Since 2011, almost half of Santa Fe's drinking water has come from the Rio Grande, about 15 miles northwest of town. The Buckman Direct Diversion, or BDD, diverts water directly from the river and is the newest of Santa Fe's 4 drinking water sources. Another source for the city is the Buckman Wellfield, which consists of 13 deep wells, 9 of which are located close to the Rio Grande. These 2 water sources use the same corridor to bring water into our community from outside of our local Santa Fe River watershed. The BDD and Lower Buckman Wellfield are visible from the White Rock Overlook and located down the Calabasas Arroyo from Las Campanas, north of Santa Fe. Buckman Wells 1 through 9, which were the third source of water developed by the city, were drilled starting in 1972 and are between 900 and 1,600 feet deep. Combined, these 9 wells can produce over 8 million gallons per day, which is more than half of the peak daily demand for the city and county water utilities. Water diverted directly from the river at the BDD must be treated before use, and so is pumped in its own pipe from the river up to the BDD water treatment plant located northwest of town. Well water, on the other hand, is naturally filtered underground and only needs to be chlorinated before being delivered to homes and businesses, and so is pumped in a separate pipe up to the 10 million gallon water tank located near the La Tierra trails. Pump stations 1 and 1A pump well and river water respectively uphill to Santa Fe. Water from the BDD and the Buckman Wellfield, Santa Fe's 2 largest sources, moves in these pipelines up the utility corridor towards the city. Booster stations 1 and 1A get the water about a quarter of the way to town. Further up the corridor, booster stations 2 and 2A contain more pumps to keep the water moving. At booster stations 2 and 2A, solar panels provide renewable energy to the pumps, and the 2,000-foot deep Buckman Wells 10 through 13, which were completed in 2003, add more groundwater capacity. The river water is pumped from here to the BDD water treatment plant, while the well water moves to booster stations 3 and 4, and finally the 10 million gallon tank. With all 13 wells, the Buckman Wellfield could produce 13 million gallons per day, while the BDD was designed to provide up to 15 million gallons per day to the city and county systems, which is equivalent to the peak system demand.